In light of several new developments, obviously the numbers that we now have seen over the last 24 hours here in New York City, what we're seeing nationally and internationally, the reality of community spread that's been with us over these last few days, and the close working relationship between the city and state, the decisions that we are making together. And I spoke with Governor Cuomo at length earlier today about a specific set of decisions, and obviously you heard his announcements earlier today, which he and I discussed in detail and which I agree with fully. In light of all those changing realities, it is time now to declare a state of emergency in New York City. Continuing on the conversation with the governor, again, I fully support, we are in total agreement, his decision related to large gatherings. So we will be working with the state to enforce that new rule. Relates obviously to anything where over 500 people would gather, parades, rallies, concerts, sports events, professional conferences, et cetera. And all of our largest venues will now no longer have gatherings until such time in this crisis as it's acceptable to do so again. And again, I unfortunately suspect that will be a number of months. As you heard, for most venues, that will begin 5 o'clock Friday. For Broadway, as I understand, begins 5 o'clock tonight. Also agree with the decision for gatherings of under 500 people. This essentially refers to non-essential, non-workplace related dynamics. So we're talking about events, we're talking about restaurants, we're talking about bars. Gathering places under 500 people will be mandated to have occupancy levels at 50% or less of their legal occupancy. That will allow for space between people, that will allow for some effective opening up of those spaces.